This spring, none of us ended up going away climbing on any trips to Europe or anything. And the weather was also really good in the UK, so we decided to make a bit of a trip here.
It was nice to spend some time at home climbing in somewhere that theoretically is on the doorstep but still feels like being on holiday or being away from normal life.
If I found this, I'd be so psyched. It's such a beautiful boulder, yeah.
Even though we don't have as much rock as abroad, within not that far of a distance, we had so much different styles of climbing, and this was all within a 1 week period. One day the wind was looking really good for Cloughton Wyke. We were getting like an easterly wind, so I was quite keen to go and check out the project that I'd tried last year. The tides were a bit funny that day. Low tide was in the afternoon at about 3 p.m, so it was really chilled start. I don't think we left Sheffield until midday or something, and then got to the crag at about 3.
This was the hard move, wasn't it? Like, to that.
It was a bit of a shame. It was still really like humid. The start holds hadn't got any of the wind. I don't know, I think it's going to be so specific, the conditions you need for that sit project. I managed to do some more moves and some links and link some bits together, but it still felt a long way off being able to do that and then still climb the top part.
What would Aidan do?
What would Aidan do?
What would Aidan do? He's not climbing on sea slime, is he? He's basking it up in California. Well, us lesser people. Slipping on cockles just to get here. We should try and do a bit of fishing. That bit looks so good for fishing, doesn't it? There's like that perfect little promontory just there. What do you think they want to eat? What about a little jelly minnow? He looks tasty, let's try him.
Last year I got quite into fishing, and kind of when I was in Pembroke tied it in with climbing days where it's tidal, because when you're waiting for the sea to go out or come in, you've got something else to do alongside the climbing. And it was nice. It's quite a nice kind of therapeutic thing to do and just keeps you busy, although your pad does all of a sudden fill up with like way more things, you know, as soon as you're taking in like your fan, your fishing rod, your lures, a few pairs of shoes. Walking down there was quite heavy. Having those extra activities, I guess, while you're at the crag's quite a nice way of just making a more full day out of it, and it takes the pressure a little bit off of, like ticking or doing something. The more opportunities you have to just enjoy the day is kind of nice. So it just added a load of other elements that sort of made it more rounded.
This is like this is just my dad's old rod, and I don't know, I don't really know much about fishing rods or fishing in general, but he said it's like it's a really small one, I think. So when I caught that sea bass on it, he was so surprised, but it was also like the rod was bending pulling it in. I'm never going to shut up about a sea bass, am I?
Luckily, Stoop Brow is like just up the road and doesn't suffer the same issues. It's non-tidal, sits on the hill, so picks up a load of wind, so it's quite a nice way you can tie those two crags together and get like a full day of climbing. And I saw recently that someone had climbed Blue Eyes and Exit Wounds, which I was really keen for, so yeah, we headed over there to go and try that one.
Right, I'm gonna be cocky here. There's guppies, man.
From watching some videos, I was quite quietly confident that I'd like it. It was, compression, lots of heels and toes and doing loads of the legs. Also, the crux kind of revolves around this guppy that you use in several different ways, which I often really like. Pulling onto it and setting the pads up, I kind of had quite a good feeling about how it would go.
Come on, Jim, keep it together. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim, keep it together. Good work, you absolutely cruised that.
I think I just felt really chuffed, like I was just psyched to actually do something. I guess recently a lot of the climbing I've been doing has been like looking for new climbs or setting or training, so I haven't really had much to kind of check my shape against, so it was nice to go on something that's already established and just kind of see, like have a little check-in and see where you're at. So it was nice to feel like I was climbing quite well. I think also just my mind was in a good place to try and give it a good flash go after having like a nice time down at the coast. Played around on a boulder for a bit, done a bit of fishing. I was just having a good time, enjoying the day. So all those things kind of added up and meant I was able to climb to my best, I guess.
freestyling a little bit.
Lanny is probably the boulder I've most wanted to try in the UK for quite a while. I just think it's the best boulder problem in the UK, really, so I've like really wanted to go and try it, but for various reasons haven't got around to it.
Kind of deceiving today. It's like cold with the wind, but the rock's actually
Air temperatures.
yeah, it's hot.
It's probably, to me, the best looking line. It has really good moves and holds to kind of go alongside that. It's kind of got a little bit of everything. At the start, you're on these like 2-finger pockets, which is quite unusual for grit. You're like doing quite big moves between these pockets, and then you get into really slopey compression where you're doing lots of squeezing with your legs. Loads of power and strength needed in the hips to like squeeze the feature.
Yeah, that left hand, I'm just like completely still to it, but it's not biting.
This is definitely one of those like ones that you always want to take pictures of, isn't it? Like a bucket list to climb, but for us, I don't know what it is about cameras, because like they kind of all do the same thing in that they take photos, but maybe they like look slightly different or slightly different experience using them.
Which is your favourite?
I can't say. I didn't bring them all up either. I left 3 of them in the car. I'm sat in shit, that's why it's wet. Look. Slash, this is just bog. My ass. A good picture doesn't necessarily mean like a perfect picture, or like when you're learning photography you kind of get taught the like exposure triangle of like how you can expose the perfect image and things like that, but I think it's more like the story it tells, or like how well it sort of captures a mood.
Good? Yeah, that's better. That was used the fan a lot there.
Yeah.
And liquid chalk, and like just got my hands really cold.
I mean, I'm sure linking from the bottom will be a different story, but I felt like I could get up to that move quite consistently once I figured it out. From the rope I did from there to the top, so it'd just be a case of linking those together, but I think the top bit will feel quite a lot pumpier and more sapping when you've come from the bottom and you've lost the chalk.
Pretty beautiful.
It was really nice to go away just as a little group and to be away with mates climbing again. You know, I think recently I've been doing a lot of stuff by myself. It was just really fun. It was kind of felt like old times a little bit, because I've been climbing with Sam for probably like 12 years now or something. But it's quite rare these days that we actually go and do climbing together. He's always getting into new hobbies like running or cycling and stuff, so it's quite rare to get him out climbing, so it was really nice to just go and work on some boulders together and have a laugh. Dan Varian is one of, if not the most prolific boulderers in the UK, I guess. If you're looking at first ascents, I don't know anyone who's done as much hard first ascents as him. I remember at one point, I think he'd done over 300 8th grade boulders in the UK that were all new, and that was several years ago now, so I'm sure it'll be much, much bigger than that. He's kind of done it all over the country, but he's chosen to really like hone in on Northumberland and the county. So most of the hard stuff up there is from Dan.